The gold exodus, a shift in global financial trust. Imagine this. Under the streets of Manhattan, beneath the banks, skyscrapers, and traffic jams, sits a vault filled with thousands of tons of gold. But here's the twist. Most of that gold doesn't belong to the U.S. It belongs to other nations, friends, allies, trusted partners. For decades, countries like Germany and Italy stored their gold in New York, trusting America as the world's financial safe haven. But now, that trust is cracking. Germany and Italy, two pillars of Europe, are demanding their gold back. We're not talking about a few coins here. We're talking $245 billion worth of gold bars, quietly exiting the U.S., one pallet at a time. And this isn't just about gold. It's about power, confidence, and the future of the dollar. Before we dive deeper, if you're enjoying this type of global financial insight, do me a favor. Hit that like button and share this video. It helps more people understand what's really happening behind the headlines. So what's driving this bullion exodus? It all kicked off with tariffs. In 2025, President Trump returned to the world stage with a wave of steep tariffs, 25% on aluminum, 10% on steel, targeting Europe directly. Germany and Italy, feeling the economic squeeze, began to ask, if the U.S. can use trade as a weapon, what's stopping them from freezing or seizing gold stored in American vaults? For German lawmakers, that risk was too big to ignore. Suddenly, what once felt like a secure partnership now looked dangerously one-sided. In Italy, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni found herself walking a tightrope. Her party had long talked about bringing Italian gold back home. But now, with tariffs flying and U.S. politics in flux, that promise turned urgent. Do you protect your economy or avoid ruffling Washington's feathers? Both Berlin and Rome chose to act. This isn't some symbolic gesture. This is the kind of move nations make when they believe the rules of the game are changing and they no longer trust the dealer. Germany holds over 3,300 tons of gold. Italy holds about 2,450 tons. Nearly a third of Germany's and almost half of Italy's reserves were stored in the U.S. But now, much of that is coming home. What started as fringe political noise, mostly coming from Germany's AfD party, has become a mainstream concern. Even members of Germany's centrist CDU now say, why should we leave our nation's wealth under someone else's lock and key? For Italy, it's about leverage. Sure, they trade a lot with the U.S., but leaving 700 tons of gold abroad, especially during unpredictable times, feels like trusting your umbrella to the guy who's also controlling the rain. Think of gold like a seatbelt. You hope you never need it, but when things get rough, you want it close by. Let me know in the comments, do you think countries are right to pull their gold back from the U.S.? Or is this just political theater? Germany and Italy aren't alone. Belgium's lawmakers are now urging their central bank to act before it's too late. The Netherlands quietly moved 122 tons out of New York back in 2014. Even Austria shifted its gold from London to vaults nestled in the Austrian Alps. Why now? Because gold isn't just a financial asset anymore. It's a vote of no confidence in the U.S. financial system. And the numbers back it up. According to the European Central Bank, gold now makes up 20% of global reserves, more than the euro. If this trend keeps up, it could surpass 25% by 2028. That means fewer countries buying U.S. debt and more shifting toward real assets. This quiet gold movement, it's not just an economic story, it's a geopolitical earthquake playing out in real time. Now here's where it hits home. Gold stored at the New York Fed isn't just sitting there collecting dust. It's used as top-tier collateral in the global financial system. Banks and governments use it to grease the wheels of everyday borrowing and lending. So when European banks start pulling that gold out, the whole system starts to wobble. The repo market, which helps set overnight lending rates, feels the pinch. As collateral disappears, rates go up. When rates go up, U.S. bonds lose value. Mortgage rates rise. Car loans get pricier. Even local governments, like Massachusetts, have to pay more to fix roads and bridges. Bank of America analysts say a massive gold withdrawal could push key borrowing rates up by 35 basis points. That might sound small, but it's enough to rattle Wall Street and ripple all the way to Main Street. Let's be real, the dollar isn't backed by gold. It's backed by belief. Belief that the U.S. will always honor its debts. That it's a safe place to park your money. But when longtime allies like Germany and Italy start saying, "We want our gold back," that belief starts to fray. In a recent survey of global reserve managers, 70% said they're avoiding the dollar because of U.S. political instability. Central banks are hoarding gold at levels not seen since the 1970s. And here's the kicker. Every 1% shift from treasuries to gold equals $100 billion less demand for U.S. debt. If that moves 5%, Washington needs to find $500 billion in new buyers or face higher borrowing costs. We're not just watching gold move. We're watching faith migrate, from paper promises to real metal. This isn't about the collapse of the dollar tomorrow. It's about a gradual erosion of the world's belief in America's financial leadership. And as the Fed prints more money to prop up the system, without enough real collateral backing it, the dollar starts looking a little less untouchable. It's not just Germany and Italy flying gold home, it's a warning. A signal that the rules are changing and the world is preparing for a post-dollar age. And that shift won't just affect governments. It affects you. Rising interest rates, more expensive credit, a weaker dollar, and perhaps most importantly, a global system where power no longer flows through just one country. Every pallet of gold leaving New York isn't just freight. It's a vote for a new financial order. So where do we go from here? Will the U.S. rebuild trust, dial down the trade wars, and stabilize its leadership role? Or will it keep doubling down, pushing its allies further away? Only time will tell. But what's clear is that we're entering a new chapter, one written in gold, trust, and shifting alliances. If you found this video valuable, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next story. There's a lot more coming about how the world is changing and how it impacts you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.